please request the President to lead the oath-taking of the Malacanang Press Corps, the Malacanang Cameramen Association, and the Presidential Photographers Association, Mr. President.
We will take care first of your oath so that you would be more predisposed to honesty. So, every time you lie, you feel guilty, but with this oath of office, I would like to think that sila lang. I do not know my enemies here. Here lang. Kindly raise your right hands and repeat after me. I state your name. Having been elected to the position of, solemnly swear that I will well and faithfully discharge to the best of my ability the duties of my present position and of all others I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines. That will support and defend the Constitution of the Philippines, that bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that will obey the laws, legal orders, and decrees promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines, and that impose this obligation upon myself without reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. President.
There is no fixed modality in this kind of mass oath-taking. Can you sit down? Thank you. Yung it is really, well, it behooves upon the kung sino yung gusto mag-usap, gusto hindi. But I would like to bring some matters with you. Secretary Martin Adenar, Ms. Jocelyn Montemayor Reyes, the members of the Malacanang Press Corps, Mr. Ralph Eric Dizon, and members of the Malacanang Cameraman Association, Ms. Jack Burgos, and members of the Presidential Photojournalist Association, fellow workers in government, my beloved countrymen. So I am with the press. So what would be the most maybe relevant or pertinent to talk about? Naturally, it would be about press freedom. Press freedom, ang antithesis known is censorship or outright banning. Just like in the dictatorial countries, autocracy, wala yan. It's anathema, yung press freedom. In the Philippines, you have a freedom that is, you can print what you want, label anybody what you would like to do, and slander if you want, because nobody would take you to action, because it will just be a waste of time in court. Always sa gobyerno sinasabi sa amin na the balm of clear conscience would erase everything. Though it does not really apply to its truest form, kasi kaming mga binabanatan, may mga anak kami. Ako, okay lang sa akin. I may call me shit or an asshole, but ang walang yan, ang inyo, kung baliktarin natin ang inyong mga anak, ang medyo nasasaktan. That's the only problem about natitingin ko. Because as President and all others in public office are public properties. So wala tayong niyan. You have to bear it, but there is that fiction that you are elected as President, Mayor, Governor. But in the end, at the end of the day, it does not really nilululog mo yan at your only reward is that you have served your country. And in the estimation of everyone, if you have served well, at least those who know you, maganda. Pero hanggang dyan lang. Now, itong sinasabi ni, I am inviting everyone who wants to know about the extrajudicial killing issue. Ang akin lang, extrajudicial issue is directed at government. It is not directed against an NGO. It is not directed against a civilian. Always, yung issue ng extrajudicial killing is always addressed to the government to take care that the government does not abuse and kill, maim, or silence the press. Yan. Ngayon dito sa atin, walang nagpipigil. The reason why, even if you know that a certain publication that would issue tomorrow will be full of lies and libel and scandal and whatever, you cannot prevent its printing. That is censorship. So that is freedom of the press. If I am a commentator and I go to my station with a prepared of personal and political attacks, official, hindi mo mapigilan ang tao. And they always say, there are laws of libel and slander where you can seek refuge, where you can take some measures of redemption. But in truth, wala talaga yan because even to just file a case and to set it for preliminary hearing, and then you go back and forth, and then it goes to the court, and because of the backlogs of thousands of cases, you might be able to have the first hearing this year and the next year, the next hearing. So, what would be the point? The point is, sabihin mo na lang, well, if that is your truth, fine, believe it. Now, I take issue on the sabi kasi ni Delilah na censorship yung conditions pinag-i-impose ko. Look at what it is. A rapporteur, EU, NATO, ano pa dyan, US, UN, they come here. So they go to the human rights. Then they start to read what is there, the dossier and everything. Alam mo, rightly or wrongly, it started with politics. Because I have always been a hardliner when it comes to the penal laws. Alam mo kasi, just like what happened or what is happening, I hope there's a change of heart. Ang tao sa Pilipinas, hindi na talaga naniniwala ng batas. Because the fear is not there. And that is why I said, give me back the death penalty. Sabi naman itong mga bleeding hearts and the priest and all, mayroong death penalty noon, wala man rin. Wala nangyari. As a matter of fact, we never executed except Icharagay. And that's about it. Kasi wala. Then I can simply say, hindi tumalab yung death penalty noon kasi hindi inimpose. Every president along the way would just say, one, because of the Catholic Church. Second, the bleeding hearts, because only God can kill. Ang problema niya na I ask you, what if there is no God? So we allow the criminals And yet because there is a God, in all karamihan sa atin dito, ngayon kung walang Diyos, and we are here in this earth, in this planet, supposedly made by God. So where is thou God? When a 1-year-old, 18-month-old baby taken from the mother's arms, brought under Egypt and raped and killed, so where is God? And in Syria, women and children, and women who do not have want to sex with the ISIS, they are burned. So where is God? My God, where are you? I believe in God, but that is my perpetual question to Him. Where were you when we needed you? It is not enough to say at the end of the day, at the end of the world, He shall come to judge the living and the dead. What will be the purpose of all of that? If the heartache, sorrows, and agony have already been inflicted upon the human beings in this world. Yan ang mahirap. Pinaghalo mo yung morality ng, tapos, kagaya ba ng loto? Itong loto, hidalo nila sa wedding. So, 20% of that day's income, ilaglag nila, yun lang ang kita ng gobyerno. The other is, ganoon rin dito. Ipinaghalo natin yung morality. And do you know that not all people believe in God? The agnostics, the atheists. It's not easy to say, well, he's only 1 or 2 or 3. Mind you, at this age now, maraming questioning about it. For the simple reason, we are taught. Ako, puro pare ang kaharap ko eh. Pare, all the way, grade 1 to hanggang dyan sa Mindula. Pero always thought na ganon ang buhay. That everything begins and ends with God. So therefore, God knew at that time when He created this planet that these things will happen. So my God, why did you do it? Yang censorship, sinabi ni De Lima, what I'm asking is this: I will submit to all forums in this planet. But she cannot come here and just read the garbage prepared by my political opponent noon. Ayaw ko na lang bastusin kasi he extended his hand in friendship again. Ako naman, pag naglamano na, kung lalaki ka, okay na. It's either you just kill him right away or you forgive him. If you do not have the balls to kill him in front of everybody, you shake hand with him. Ngayon, kanya lahat yun. Lahat ng, of course, there were extrajudicial killing. But extra in the sense that it was perpetrated by government under official sanctions. No. When you are fed with these lies, ang sabi niya na he was there when he was a CAFGO, he was a CHDF. My God, CHDF was abolished when Cory Aquino won because they were supplanted with yung Civilian Home Defense Force, CHDF. They were supplanted with CAFGO. So yung sinasabi ni witness ni De Lima, I was a fiscal at that time and a vice mayor. Ang sabi ko, masasaktan lang ang anak mo. Kahit sabihin niya si Paulo, yung vice mayor ngayon, na abusado, that he was the guard of Paulo from grade 1 to, and he was 4th year sa Ateneo. Paulo never studied in Ateneo because the Philippine Women's is just about 1 block away, 2 blocks away from our house. Walang sa mga anak ko, unang lahat yan sila nung San Beda lahat yan, including the youngest. Inday, walang nag-security kasi Inday ayaw yan. Ayaw siyang sinusundan. Ewan ko ba hanggang ngayon. Nag-aawayan sila ng PSG kasi ayaw niya. Simple ayaw niyang ganyan mo siya. Yung youngest, I insisted because maraming karibal. Mga artista pa ang girlfriends. Well, I saw the girl, she was there. Beautiful. Yung, so I'd like to correct base abot ito. My son has 2 children of different mothers. If you ask me, sa nanay ako loyal. Sa mga nanay ako kasi if just a matter of beauty, it is beholder. What is beauty? Beauty is like Doris Begonia. She's not really, I mean, we're talking about cosmetics. But beauty deep in the heart, it comes. Yan ang beauty. That's the beauty of a person is when you deal with your fellow men fairly, squarely, and give everyone his due. Ngayon, ito si Dilima wants me investigated. She's diverting the issue. Puro kalukuhan ng maniwala ka ng bato-bato. Mga guys, imagine na CSDF na wala katagal na noon. It was Cory's time, if you remember. With the new constitution, it was ratified after 1 year. Maybe you've forgotten it. May 5 komisyon. Nagawa sila ng constitution and right after Cory implemented that, including the elections na of local governments. So, ang gusto ko ganito, investigate me, but let us follow the Philippine jurisdictional requirements. Alam mo, pumunta si Alston, I have been investigated by Philip Alston. Noon, pagkatapos we talked, there was no result. And for all the time that I was investigated by the human rights and the rapporteur, nothing came out of it. Then a Secretary of Justice here, and if you have noticed, she kept on hammering at me. And I said, if you have a good case, if the goods are there with you, file a case. Kasi nandiyan na yung witness niya si Matubato. Go ahead. Wala siyang ginawa. Now, nandito na siya, naipit na siya. And I said, I do not ordinarily hinihi ako. But ito si Dilima, she screwed her driver and screwed the nation. Na naipit niya, gusto niya akong idamay. Makukulong man talaga yan siya. Sigurado yan, because of the testimonial evidence. Makukulong ito when everybody says, 5 or 6 would say that they contributed money. So, on a national scale, and even, who brought in the narco politics? It is here already. You elected a senator, kayong mga Pilipino na who was into narco politics, who was being financed from the inside. Huwag na sana yung sa labas. From the convicts inside the prison, financing this candidacy of a senator and winning. What do you call that? Now, the reason why I am objecting to an election sa mga barangay, because that is already narco politics. They have the money and they can always win the elections on the barangay level. Pera-pera lang dyan. Maliit na lugar lang yan. And itong malalaki, the congressman and no senator but congressman and judges, I have this, it was at the, pinakita ko sa inyo yon. But sabi ko, I am still validating. Kasi mayroon doon, pag binasa ko sa sa police, i-compare ko sa military, gano'n ko, I could not find the connection. And from the intelligence, Anika, paki-check nito. Pag ginanon ko, as a lawyer, hindi ko makonect. There's no an iota of in this report. Kailangan mo ng, you know, when you go in public and mention the name of a person because he's involved in drugs, you practically destroy his life forever. That's the reason why, bakit hanong katagal. Hindi ako kasi pareho sa inyo, hangal, na pag may report lang dyan, bira ng bira. No, even without God, the eternal equation of universal justice will catch you up. Yan ang mahirap yan. Ngayon, sabi niya, kasi ang impulse ganito, we will do it in our jurisdiction. We will have sanctions. Because what can I do? What is the remedy available to me kung nagsinungaling ka? From my experience, kunin nila yung Human Rights Watch nung report sa Davao, tapos yung report dito nung presidente na ako, and he will ask me question. Then after that, he will make a report to his commission, then it goes to the assembly. Then it is deliberated. Anong participation ko? Ang kukunin niya na report would be all garbage coming from De Lima. Kung may kaso pa talaga, si De Lima na mismo ang gumanon sa akin. Now, she's passing that responsibility to another forum. And because of the generated, alam mo na, the prostitution of journalism, may contact sila, may contact doon, itong milyonarya na babae na because she is offended by what, I mean, I am not the mayor who will please a world body. What would be by remedy kung ihat ng garbage na yun ang dali ng reporter doon? I cannot ask question. Kaya ang proposal ko, let us have an open investigation. Diyan, kayong lahat, sumali na kayo. That will be the time that maybe you can ask question. And I will answer. Then, isahin ko kayo, paupuin dyan, tatanungin ko sa iyo. What was your source? Why do you say extrajudicial killing? Was he connected with government? Was there any order? Have you heard it? When was the killing? Where was it done? And you say 1,000 killing? Tell me, who was the fifth victim? What was his name? Basta si De Lima. At pressure under. Madali lang man yan. You are a senator. Yes. When you were Secretary of Justice, you admit that you went to Dicubol? You admit that? Yes. Is that the normal work of a Secretary of Justice? Why would you have an asset such as J.B. Sebastian? Do you not trust the NBI, the military men, to have your own asset? What was that asset? Was it a sexual asset or a source of information? And why you have to do it at 4 hours? In the meeting after, yan ang tanong ko. You studied for 4 hours, what did you do? discuss the drug situation. And after discussing the whole of 4 hours, the whole of 4 hours, you were discussing only the drug situation inside the penitentiary. Tumingin ko talaga, yan ang gusto ko mangyari. With all this garbage, you sit there and I will ask you. For 4 hours, I'd like to show to you a video. There is a portrait of the couple fucking, having sexual intercourse. Who is the man? Of course, you are here. Who is the man portrayed there? Was he the one in the couple or the one who was driving you? O di ba ka, ano? You know, in the search for truth, no holds barred yan. It's an open country. Have you heard this guy, this police, when he shot? Bang, bang! Oh, utos ni Duterte yan. Ito ang critical ngayon. As that in Davao. You know, kanina pa ko nakatingin siya, just relax there and take a seat. Find a seat. It's okay. Yeah, hindi ako federal. Politiko lang ako umupo. General. Ganyan yan. I remember when I was yung Rahas Suliman, called the Port of Davao. Ang commander, captain of the ship was Willie Wong, Navy. Navy mo siguro ito siya. Tapos yung nandiyan na, umakyat na ang bisita. I was ushered to the lounge dyan sa labas. Si Toto Goles, siya yung deputy. Pag-upo namin ni Willie, Admiral, retired. We talked about for 4 hours. Si Toto, nakaganon lang. Tapos sinabihan pa siya, stand straight. Diyan nakaslout siya. Naging ano yan, FOIC rin. FOIC is the flag officer of yan ang commanding general nila. Yan ang hindi ko kasi pwede na sabihin I will just allow garbage to be received then brought to the UN tapos atakihin ako ng ganon. Makabastusan talaga tayo. Sinabi mo. Kasi garbage yun eh. I could not even check kung sino yung when I was governor, wala kaming security. When I was mayor. Why? Because when my father was governor, he never allowed it for us. Years 56 to 57, my father was the governor of Davao City. It was only one. He would not even allow us to sit in his car even if it is parked. Natapos na lang siya sa ita. I never rode. We were never allowed to ride in a government property. Yan ang tinatawag delikadesa. Wala akong inassign. Except for if yung bombing noon sa airport. Kasi nga may nangamatay, tapos retaliation. That's the one that happened in Davao. I knew that it was going to explode. But I have to do my job. The Abu Sayyaf were decapitating people like they were just fowls and pigs and goats. And there will be no talks. Tama ang armed forces rejecting a amnesty for. I will never. There will never be an amnesty for so much. Yan ang ano. So everybody who will testify, they can call the rapporteur, can call anybody from the defense secretary down to lahat, pati yung PNP. Walang gagong magpatay, binabalot pa. Government, my government is not into business of making mummies. Nang balutin mo ng plastic parang mummy, why do you have to do that? You really want to kill the idiot? You just simply kill him with one bullet in the head. Yun yung mga torture. They forgot itong kayong mga, is there any United Nations dito sa international press? Nakalimutan ninyo na there was an organization, a criminal syndicate, plenty, marami kanya-kanya, before I came in. You know very well na ang mga involved, mga pulis, pati mga general, alam ninyo na kung magsalita yung paghuhuli at mag-gather mo isang crowd and they will testify, they will go down to hell. Did you ever think for a moment that these guys are criminals? And you want us now pictured as one? Meron. There are legitimate. At saka ganito, ang bunganga ko is all that matters really. In Davao City, I said to all criminals, go out of my city because if you don't, I will kill you. If you destroy this city, which is making good already, business is now in blossoms, then you fuck it, then we go down again. Kaya sinabi ko, umalis kayo. Totoo yan. Dito pagka-presidente sabi ko, do not end the campaign, you were there. Doris, lahat ng kampanya nandoon kayo. Publish it. Get the tapes and announce it. Huwag ninyong sirain ang bayan ko kasi papatayin ko talaga kayo. Huwag ninyong sirain ang mga anak namin. Do not destroy this generation because I will kill you. Because if I don't interdict now, harshly, I would have compromised the next generation. Anak ninyo, pati mga apo ninyo. Because narco-politics is here already. Ang isip na, you know, men judge best when they condemn. Basta lang siya may patay, pag walang suspect ka, extrajudicial killing. Ganyan nangyari sa Davao. Anak ka na. Now, tell me, ito nga si Dilima, pati yung rapporteur, tingin iyo, is there something wrong when you threaten criminals? Ito nga, is there a provision in the penal code of the Philippines, the revised penal code, which says that it would be a criminal for a mayor or a president to threaten criminals? Yan ang mahirap eh. Pagbasa ng gano'n, may nabasa ako doon sa iyo that he has been heard threatening criminals without if he wins. Kaya sabi ko, stupid. Sabi ko, fool eh. Why? Meron kayong ditong representative. Ask him first before you insult the president. Kasi hindi ako. I am I. But I am not the Republic of the Philippines. Pagka tinitira mo ako, hinihiya mo. Bakit hindi mo tanungin? Could you just a lawyer there and find out if there is really a criminal thing when a mayor, a president? Bakit sila, ang America and Britain, they warned Iraq? I don't know what was that warning. But they went inside Iraq on a pretext, excuse, reason, that there were weapons of mass destruction, only to find out that there was none, and yet they destroyed a nation. Pagka-hipokrito na itong Itong iyo. At first, you had the pretension of the sentiments of a civilized society, civilization. Binuksan ninyo yung boundary. Ngayon nakita kayo, hirap na kayo, lalaki naman ng lupa ninyo. Sinirahan ninyo bigla. So, yung inabutan sa sentimento ninyo before your, let me find the word, before your nightmare, pasok kayo ng pasok and egging everybody, criticizing every nation there that refused to allow the entry. Nung napuno na sila, anak ng sinirahan ngayon, sirado na, and some of them are drowning now, and some of them are out, and winter is coming, and they will suffer. So was the human rights. Australia, Mayong Rohingya, the stateless person or tribe in Myanmar, Burma. So, they traveled to Indonesia. Anong ginawa? Nakuha ng barko, tinulak ulit doon sa dam. God, here I am killing the criminals, assuming it to be true. You guys, what the hell happened to your values in life? Puro man kayo Kristiyanos dyan. Itong mga writers dito, they keep on hammering na takutin before that Obama will ask him, say he must be prepared. Bakit ako mag-prepare? Who are you? In the context of things, who are you? Why are you asking me? What about you killing the black people? Every day, pinabaril ng... Don't be such a hypocrite. Bakit ako? Bakit hanggang ngayon? Kayong tumagal sa Amerika, huwag tayo magbulan. What is the treatment there of foreigners? Or if you are not white? Sige daw. Kayong nag-aral sa Amerika, galing sa Amerika. Tell me straight. Walang bulahan. How are you treated there in America if you are not white? So, sabi ko nga, people judge best. Especially when they condemn. Ganon ang Amerika. Sige siya turo sa akin, tsaka Duterte ka, pati siya, hindi niya ang kinakain niya. Tapos matakot lang ako sa mga, why? Tangina talaga ng Pilipino. Pasaya may mga kolumnista. They are more concerned of the feelings of Ubana than of me. Sa bagay, hindi mo kayo bumoto sa akin, hindi okay lang. Ganito yan eh. Winner takes all dito eh. Kaya nga, in elections here, it is 50 plus 1. If there are 100 million voters, I only get 50 million. And 50 million plus 1 million, I get it. The 49 can suffer whatever is your predilection of pain. Mabuti nagkita. Talagang inaabangan ko kayo. Sabi ko sa prepare yung bards dyan sa... Hindi ko alam kung saan ko kayo ihulog. Yung mga ganon, they cannot take that kind of joke. I always do that. Tanungin mo ang taga Davao. Tanungin mo ang taga Davao kasi I start with a joke and would end a joke. Ganon ako. Kaya ginagawa ko kay Doris. Itong ping-alin nyo sa radyo ng bayan. Yan, gusto ko na rin ngayon. Matagal ko nang hinahanap yan. Buti nakita tayo dito ngayon. Ganon ako. Baski sila, nung tumagal na, nasanay na sila. Sabi ko, have to end. Ladies and gentlemen of the Republic of the Philippines, our problem now is not my mouth. It's drugs numbering about 3 million plus the new surrenderers of 7 million. You cannot help it by just listening to my epithets, my slurs, and my curses. They are nothing. They are but manifestation of the anger inside me. And people to mess up with our life. Matagal na tayong independent. Huwag nila akong takutin ng extrajudicial killing. Or else, I will also demand that the United States of America and EU be investigated alongside with me. Because they have committed far more injustice and have done horrific things. Ano ba naman? Criminals? They are attributing it to us. And even if there was already killings, look at your statistics. Look at the statistics before I assume office. Tingnan ninyo mabuti. Then that would make you a good journalist because you are fair, factual. Bilangin mo. Bilangin mo. And if there were no killings, this is official, I will resign tonight. Come back here. I'll give you my resignation. Hindi ako hangal itong presidente. Ayaw ko nga. To tell, ayaw ko. Hindi ako, I'm staking my life, my honor, and the presidency. Yan. To all of you, EU, Obama, United States. Pinoposta ko, buhay ko, honor ko, pati itong pagka-presidente. Wala akong ilusyon dito. As a matter of fact, well, of course, were it not for my love of country. Alam mo bakit? Deep down, I knew na ako lang makasulbat nito. Crime and criminality, so I'm 10 years fiscal, 9 years as a trial fiscal. Hindi ako nagyayabang, but if you really want a trial, if you want a show, a razzle-dazzle, then let us go to court. Let me ask you the question. Simple lang yan. May ko lang sa kanya, Miss Dilima, I'm kind of a blurred, a vague memory of your persona. Like to, no holds barred. Sabi, objection. Oh, you should be objection. I'm establishing the character of it. Is this you? Pumping? So the next question will be drugs. Hinihiya mo ako, di ba kahiyaan tayo? Gusto ko, everybody should be placed under oath. So that if in the end I can establish that you are lying, I can proceed against you for a vindication. Kung makinig ka lang, mag-notes lang kayo, tapos kunin yung garbage ni Dilima, that's bullshit. I'm willing, any and all questions I will answer. Padala mo na yung mga iyo na bright. Mga bobo ito, mga putang ina ito, maniwala ko dyan. But do you think they're really brighter than us? O come here. Believe ka dyan sa mga utor-utor na yan. Ako, utor lang sa kulukuhan, pero okay man. It has done me. Rocky, you have something to say? You're about to any
Yes,
question.
thank you, Mr. President. Sir,
Ano ito si Rocky, nakilala kita panahon ni Ramos. He's been around. We were on stage. Kung magtanong itong kagaya ninyo, mga walang, siguro, taga-probinsya, saksang, tayo na yung microphone na siguro, you're just thinking about a billion germs dyan. Ganoon mo yan, may mahangin. O sa stage kami, di yung lahat ng galing, itong putang, doon sa iyo. Tinula ko, ano ka ba? Bakit mo ako? Sabi niya, toxic ka. Ligawan ko nga. Toxic ka? Toxic ka? Ligawan ko. Ikaw na magsabi sa kanila kung ano nangyari.
thank you, Mr. President.
Wala na, ano na. Ramos is time. Totoo kasi. Marami bang sa stage kayo, marami namang presidential guard. So, kita itulak ron. Kung ano ka man. So, bakit? Ano? Magtatanong lang. Oh, pero yung sabi ko, yung kagaw niyan, kagaw is germs. Anong kagaw ko? Basta kagaw. Hindi maawa ka agad kung anong, hindi mag-translate ka agad yung Tagalog. O kagaw, germs. Galit, sabi niya, toxic ka. Sabi ko, maganda ka. Ligawan ko nga, da. Di, sabihin mo sa publiko, totoo man, wala naman sa asawa niya, no? Together again. De. Good boy na. Ano yung asawa ko dyan sa kabila. Good boy ako. I even want my little girl to study. Yan lang. Ha? Problema, ayaw. Lungkot. So, even iba ni, ito last, ano, what, 3 minutes. Anybody who wants you to run for the presidency? You want a good answer? Iwasan. Personally, as a person, spiritually, yes, because you do something for country. But if you want a life, mayor ang maganda. Saan si mayor? Manila. Dito sa Manila. Nandito ba si mayor? Wala. Lumipad na doon sa Davao. Dito. After this, I have to meet President Estrada. Then I have to meet the Tiamson and the communists. They're having dinner tonight here. Pinagbibigyan ko. Okay na ba yung last one natin dyan? They will break bread with me. Sila lahat, mga komunista. They're going to Oslo. Look, itong kayong mga military, minsan kasi sila, I've heard that there are rumblings about, kasi natural enemy. Marami ring patay military. And I told them, but you know guys, I am a president. I am your commander-in-chief. Yes. That's a title for war. Unfortunately, I am not a wartime president. My main job, my main task is really to seek peace for my land. That's why inuna ko na yan sila. Even before I assumed office, nagkaintindihan na kami mag-usap. Then I went to Murad. Sabi niya, without the BBL, there will be war. Sabi ko, wag. Mag-usap na lang tayo. Hindi, Nor. Problem is, Nor, murang hinihigop na yung isali na niya yung Abu Sayyaf, which I would like to tell the nation now. No. I will not talk peace with the Abu Sayyaf. Masyado ang, every time you do that, it's like slapping the nation. Hinihiya mo kami. And you did it even during my time. And the last time was just a child. Hindi naman milyonaryo yung... It's not even odious. I can describe it as despicable. It's really a despicable ideology. Hindi pwede yan. So balikan ko yan. I will submit to any investigation. Provided, why? I will ask them. It's provided in the Constitution. And if they come here, I have the laws, the penal laws, and the Constitution. And I would just tell them, find something here that is wrong where you can be charged. Because if it is not a criminal offense, then any other country cannot term it or cannot categorize it as a crime. I am a citizen of this republic. The crimes and felonies are in our books. If it does not say anything about my criminal liability, you cannot, kung sa inyo, conspiracy, whatever, inyo yan. Before international law, there is the Constitution, which is the bedrock. Kaya tayo, iba-iba ang salita natin. Hindi naman tayo magkapatid, putahe, lahat, even the idiosyncrasies. Yung iba, Moro, yung iba, Igorot. We do not talk. But we are bound by this one. You disregard the flag, the Constitution, there will be trouble. Yan, sabihin ko. Find me a fault there, if there is. Because you have to begin with the criminal laws of my land. Tsaka yung inyo, sauce for the gander is sauce for the goose. Kung lahat ng countries takot sa inyong mga putang ina kayo, ay hindi ako takot sa inyo. You want it to answer, you answer also. We're on the same boat. Bakit kayo, who are you to threaten me? Nasabihin nila more, the standard and morals of the grade lowered us to a BBB borrowing potential then. I have talked to Xi Jinping. I'm going to China. I will open up all avenues of trade and commerce. They can come in. And kung wala pang panahon, because I could not amend the Constitution right now, then I can give them 60 years plus another 60 years. By that time, you won't need your factory here already. Bigyan ko 60 years, renewable for 60 years. Okay, bakit pa sila magbili ng lupa? Para na lang binili ng lupa. By that time, yung gonggong na presidente siguro, ipagbili niya ng lupa. Ayaw ko. Ayaw ko. It's not a matter of opening opportunities. It is not really a matter of to hinder investment. It's a matter of principle for me. That my land should only be for my people. I've been talking with Prime Minister Medvedev. Nag-one-on-one man kami doon. Wala nakaalam noon. And I said, nag-one-on-one. Matagal kami. Sabi ko na, I think I'm about to cross the Rubicon between me and the United States. At least for the 6 years. I would need your help in everything. Trade, commerce, and I will open up. Kaya lahat kayo yung lago ako dyan sa communications, even dito sa... I'm surprised because, alam mo, pinutol nila yung shipping Davao, Manila. Alam mo, ang mga taga-probinsya, pag nagpunta yan ng Manila, may mga relatives dito o mga anak nila nag-aral. Nagdadala talaga yan. Itlog, manok, pagkain. Ngayon, limitado lang sila isang upuan. Tapos may mga ano pa dyan na pinapalagad even if they suffer from disabilities. Kung gano'n kayo, not in my time. I'm calling all the airlines. That's your obligation. It is not really na magbayad ka pa ng wheelchair. Because when you open to the public and sell tickets, walang sinasabi niya kung ikaw ay walang paa o walang ulo o maakyat sa eroplano, magbayad ka pa. Wala. You provide everything or public convenience. Kailangan. You behave. I have 6 years to go. I'm only there for about 3 months plus. You will be sad. I will see to it that you will be sad. You go bankrupt, I do not care. I'm gonna invite China and Russia put up in your airliner. You observe, not even respect. You observe, not even courtesies. Lahat kayong malalaking negosyo, especially serving the public, observe humanity. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Mr. President. May we request the President to grant a photo opportunity. May we call the following: Malacanang Press Corps President Jocelyn Montemayor, Malacanang President Jocelyn Montemayor. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Willard Cheng and family, MPC Vice President. Thank you, Jocelyn. Thank you, Willard Cheng and family. Ms. Janaline Camiling, MPC Vice President on print, for print. Thank you, Janaline Camiling. Mr. Dexter Ganibe, MPC Vice President for radio and family, with family. Thank you, Dexter. Ms. Catherine Valente, MPC Secretary. Thank you, Catherine. Ms. Rowena de la Fuente de Moy, MPC Treasurer, with her friend. Thank you, Weng. Mr. Alexis Romero, MPC Auditor. Thank you, Alexis. Ms. Evelyn Quiroz, MPC Sergeant at Arms. Thank you, Evelyn. May we call all officers of MPC to join the President. on stage. Thank you, MPC President. May we call on all the members of MPC to join the President and MPC officers. Thank you, MPC. May we call on PPA set of officers? MPC members, please, no selfie. Thank you, MPC members, MPC officers. Now, may we call on PPA officers? Maria. May we call on PPA President Maria Jack Burgos with family? Mr. President. Okay. Yes. Again, Mr. President, the President of PPA, Maria Anita Jack Burgos, with family. Thank you, Jack. May we call on Ms. Joanne Bondok, PPA Secretary. Thank you, Joanne. Mr. K.J. Rosales, PPA Treasurer. Thank you, KJ. Mr. Mike Alquinto, PPA Sergeant at Arms. Mr. Lino thank you, Mike. Mr. Lino Santos, PPA Sergeant at Arms. Thank you, Lino. May we call on Roy Cobilla, PPA PRO with family. Thank you, Mr. Roy. May we call on members and officers, officers of the camera, PPA? PPA officers? PPA officers all together on stage, please. Please join the President. Yes, sir. Thank you. May we call all members of PPA to join the President and their officers. Thank you. May we call on Mr. Ralph Eric Dizon, President of the Malacanang Cameramen Association. Again, thank you, PPA officers and members. We call on Ralph Eric Dizon, MCA President with his family. Thank you, Eric. May we call on Carlo Dionisio, MCA Vice President with his family. Thank you, Carlo. May we call on Mr. Fabian Rodriguez, MCA Secretary General with his family. Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. May we call on Mr. Remigio Papa, MCA Treasurer. Remigio Papa with his family. May we call on... Thank you, Mr. Papa. May we call on Joel Gonzalez, MCA Auditor. Thank you, Mr. Joel Gonzalez. May we call on Mr. Rico Marlo Banwa, MCA Sergeant at Arms with his family. Thank you, Mr. Joseph Moro. Thank you, Mr. Rico Marlo Banwa. May we call on Mr. Bonifacio Paduan Jr., MCA PRO with his family. Thank you, Mr. Manalo. May we call on Mr. Ruel Tubong Banwa, PTV4 Board Member, MCA, with his family. Sorry. Mr. Nino Manalo and family. Thank you, Mr. Manalo. May we call on Mr. Ruel Tubong Banwa, Board Member, MCA, with his family. Thank you, Ruel. Mr. Jose Quibral and family. Thank you, Mr. Kibral. May we call all MCA officers to join the President all together. Thank you, MCA officers. May we call all the members of MCA to join the President. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. President. We are greatly honored with your presence in this momentous occasion. Thank you.